What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cinema Scumbags movie podcast. My name's Seth.
My name's Nick.
This is the first episode of 2020. Happy New Year, everybody.
Oh my God. Happy New Year, everybody.
We're recording this on New Year's Day.
On my off day.
Working on your day off.
I'm working on this. I'm editing some videos. You just can never get away from work.
Well,
at least this is fun work.
You could update your job section on Facebook.
I could. But I'm good. My job section has always been the same. Slacker Media, Cinema Scumbags Podcast.
That's what's up, baby. You have a good New Year's, bud? Good holiday season?
Pretty good holiday season, you know. Don't really care about New Year's, so I didn't even make it to 12 last night, honestly.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
I don't give a crap about a ball falling and the whole, the meaning of it all. I don't need a new year to tell me when to do something good.
Why are we celebrating another year closer to the big sleep?
Well, casual alcoholism, really.
And I'm sorry, does anything look appealing about standing in Times Square on New Year's Eve with...
It looks like an anxiety attack nightmare.
You're packed in there like fucking sardines and it's freezing cold. Ugh.
Perfect place for something bad to happen.
Uh-huh. If people can't get to the bathroom there's people shitting on the streets and...
Shitting and pissing all over each other. It's like the apocalypse.
Happy New Year!
Hope you all had a happy New Year, though. Hope you all enjoyed it. Sorry to shit on what you enjoy.
Oh, those guys don't like to do anything.
Those guys are really just homebody losers. They don't go anywhere.
I went out, but didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I don't get it, but if you enjoy it, that's
cool. I mean, the best part of my New Year's was watching Phantom Thread.
Ooh, shit.
Man.
Great New Year's scene.
God, great film.
Yeah. It's quite the film. Love it.
Oh.
Speaking of which, make sure to check out the channel over the next few days because we'll be posting some top 10 lists. Top 10s of the decade, top 10s of the year.
Yep.
Bunch of stuff on backlog we're putting together, so be on the lookout.
Blu-ray updates, vinyl updates, another Let's Talk About for a new movie. It's popping, baby.
We're back on to, I don't know, I think we're on a streak that we might never have been on.
We've never been on. I mean, we're consistently putting out stuff, not just shitty, half-ass trailer reactions that some guys used to do on the channel and, with laptops,
all of us?
with laptops covering their face and it's supposed to be a reaction.
Slowly but surely getting better. So for those that only listen, we say it almost every time. Please go check out the channel Slacker Media, where we're always putting stuff out.
This is only a piece of the product,
pie.
Piece of the pie.
Pie.
Reminds me of your great one of your great reviews on a Tarkovsky film. I've had a piece of the Tarkovsky pie, and now I want the whole thing.
How the fuck do you remember that stuff?
That cringy shit just sticks with you.
You sound like our audience. Just remember every little detail that we've ever said.
I love our audience, man.
I do too. Must have been a dark period of my life to say something so stupid.
Great guys and one great girl.
Great guys and that's it.
So what are we getting into today? I know a couple weeks ago we did best films of 2019. So in the tradition of the show, why not do the polar opposite and talk about some of the worst films of the year?
We might as well. Well, I don't really partake in a lot of the worst films that come out. I only have so much time in this world, and watching Cats is not really at the top of my list. But we're gonna go through some of the worst films of the year critically, and user-wise on IMDb. We're gonna go through some of the deaths of the past year. You could almost call it just a little bit of a review of this past year in film.
Yeah, Some new trailers have dropped as well, so we got some stuff to talk about this week.
But on top of that list, why don't we just talk about Ben Affleck's teeth?
This is news to me. What's wrong with his choppers?
So, I guess during the making of Armageddon, Michael Bay didn't think Ben Affleck had manly enough teeth, or he didn't have the teeth of a movie star.
What makes teeth manly?
Maybe it's not manly.
They're just like, visually.
Yeah, if you take a look at a before and after of his teeth, they did look a little off, I would say.
Okay.
But basically, the story was that I think the studio spent like $10,000 to $20,000 on his new teeth to make them look better for Armageddon.
Oh, okay. You know what? I see it because he kind of had TTS.
Yes, what's that?
It's tiny tooth syndrome. he really. I can see it.
Yeah. So actually, it was Kate Beckinsale that came out and said it before they worked together in Pearl Harbor. Yeah. Speaking of my God, Kate Beckinsale, maybe the hottest lady in the world.
Oh, mommy.
So she, on a podcast or an interview, she said she was asked to lose weight for Pearl Harbor, and her co-star Ben Affleck revealed he was asked to fix something a little more permanent. The director, Michael Bay, told her she'd have to work out if she got the part in the 2001 film Pearl Harbor. And then also said that Ben, who'd already done a movie with the director, was like, this happened to me. They made me get new teeth. And I was like, cool, at least I get to hang on to my teeth. So yeah, a set of $20,000 pearly white teeth, including a week's worth of dental work.
Wow, imagine having to drastically change yourself for a film such as Armageddon or Pearl Harbor.
Hey, Armageddon's a Criterion quality film.
Well,
literally, it's
I know.
Criterion.
Even the best companies make a mistake.
Yeah, that was the early years. The early years
That
of the company.
A piece of shit. But
I've never seen it.
Really?
No, I've never seen it.
In that shitty Aerosmith song, at least you got Liv Tyler in there.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason you got that shitty Aerosmith song.
Liv just gets me going, man.
I don't want to close my eyes.
Oh, it's just fuck. Screenplay by J.J. Abrams? What the hell?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, asking a woman to get fit for a movie is nothing new in Hollywood, but getting a new set of chompers, that's interesting.
Yeah, you don't hear that too often. That's kind of an interesting tidbit. See, I like facts like that because now, anytime I'm watching a movie with somebody and Ben Affleck pops up, I can bring that fact out, and I seem like, I'm smart and shit.
Oh, yeah. Well,
love dropping those random movie facts on people.
And then they just stare at you like, I don't care.
Oh, well, Seth must have Asperger's.
He retains all this information that nobody gives a shit about.
He knows a lot about Affleck's teeth.
Wow. Well, speaking of painful things, you excited for the new Jackass film?
Look, I was happy to hear about it. I was happy to hear about it. Yes, I love that group of guys. I mean, I was a big part of my my youth, Mm-hmm. I loved Jackass. I loved the series, and then the movies came out. I loved those. I loved Viva La Bam, CKY, all that stuff. So yeah, I was happy to hear about it. But what are they, fucking mid-40s, pushing 50?
They're not fucking athletes. This is how they fucking. This is their fucking way.
I mean, it's. Yeah, Johnny Knoxville's going to be 59 or 49 years old this year. I mean,
oh my God. Well, there's no other word of who else will be in it. You've got to imagine the McGahees and the Danger Aarons are going to be involved.
I'm sure Danger Aaron's been sitting by his phone since Jackass 3.
But it says it just says new Johnny Knoxville film to be released March 5th, 2021.
I mean, Bam Margera, that guy's a mess,
Yeah. Steve-O has kind of gotten his life together.
He really is big time, like one of the biggest successes of somebody who was like really on the horrible aspects of drug addiction, and he's really turned himself around. He
has. There's some interesting videos on YouTube where he breaks down everything he's ever done.
Yeah, I've seen that. And then there's one where he talks about his like time as a rodeo clown, and
Yeah, that guy saw some dark shit.
Or not a rodeo clown, but just like a Ringling Brothers clown. Sorry, I was thinking about Shia LaBeouf's dad in Honey Boy.
Ooh, still thinking about it?
I am. Anyways, though, Jackass 4, I'll watch it. I mean, I love those guys. They should call it Jackass. We're not done yet. DUNN.
Oh, wow. You're a genius.
I just saw someone else post that, but
Oh.
thought it was a good idea.
Wow.
What if we find out that the big grand finale of the film is that Ryan Dunn's been alive the whole time?
Holy shit. Did that come from somebody too?
No, but wouldn't that be some crazy shit?
That would be genius and a little uplifting considering what happened to the guy.
Yeah, you know what? I'll watch anything those guys do, but shit, I was watching Steve-O on one of those some interview thing he was doing, and they were asking about that. He goes, "There's like it's not happening," because he made it seem like they all want to do it, but Johnny Knoxville had no interest in continuing to do that. So who knows?
Yeah, that's one of those things that popped up. It said that he would do it, but it's all up to Johnny Knoxville.
Right.
And like you said, at that age, you're pushing it.
Yeah, I mean, money talks. I'm sure they offered him enough, and that's a very profitable franchise.
Did you watch Action Point?
It sucked.
I hated it. I couldn't finish it.
Fucking horrible.
I think they tried to put too much story and not enough of the
Yeah, they
stuff.
did. I mean, I'm cool with just watching Johnny Knoxville do stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They tried to make it a serious plot with this amusement park and I don't know. It was just a disaster. It was not a good movie.
No. So, hope for the best with Jackass.
I honestly, though, with Johnny Knoxville and those Jackass, I really like that Fad Grandpa. I thought that was a good movie.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's some funny shit. That I always loved the Irving Zisman character, the old man.
Does that have a plot, or is it just the hidden camera stuff?
There's a little plot where he's taking this, his grandson. He's got to drive him to his mom's house on the other side of the country or whatever. So there's a plot, but it's not like Action Point. It's very loosely, it's mostly hidden camera shit.
Okay.
But there's some funny fucking parts in that.
We'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, I'd give it a whirl.
I'd give it a whirl. So, a little bit of gaming here. I beat The Last of Us, so I decided.
Wow.
Yeah, great game, by the way. But I decided to jump into the Uncharted games, which,
Ooh.
I'm playing through the first one. I haven't played very much. It already says I'm 28% done.
It's quick.
Yeah, but
it's a good game.
Yeah, it led me down the rabbit hole, and it looks like the Uncharted movie that was supposed to be made lost another director.
Dude, I don't know. You probably really haven't followed this because you'd never played the games or anything, but they've been talking about this movie since Uncharted 2 came out. I mean,
right here it says the Uncharted movie loses its sixth director.
I mean, just
and I
maybe
think
it's not meant to happen.
Well, like The Crow. Maybe it's
Right.
just not meant to happen. And I guess it's scheduling conflict with Tom Holland, but it says Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg are still going to be involved. They just don't have a director that.
It would not even be good.
It would be like Jumanji.
Jumanji, yeah, it's going to be shitty. It's generic action. I don't know.
I mean, the games are already cinematic as it is. That's why they're so good.
Right, right.
So why make a movie for something already so cinematic? It's like another sequel.
This is just one of those projects stuck in limbo. It's also like the Metal Gear Solid movie that they've been talking about for,
Oh, yeah.
12 years now. They've been talking about this film, and it's not going anywhere.
I'd be curious about a Metal Gear Solid movie because it's such a strange and nuanced sort of story, IP, whatever you want to call it.
Those are so in-depth that I don't even know how they would condense everything down into a 2-hour movie.
You'd have to make a TV series, probably.
Right. There's too much to fit. That I love those games, but it's 15 minutes of gameplay, 45 minutes of cutscene,
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me.
And, I'm sure they've seen things like Assassin's Creed that come out and nobody watches them, and it's just not. Video game movies rarely work.
Yeah, there's a difference between a game and a movie.
Right.
And they're hard to adapt.
Right.
Mario Brothers movie, on the other hand,
Oof.
perfection.
Oof.
Woof.
Woof.
Some box office numbers I just wanted to bring up here because they're kind of polar opposites. Uncut Gems has become A24's biggest 5-day launch ever.
Well, I'm glad.
I think 18 million.
That's pretty damn good.
That's pretty damn good. So it's a positive direction for indie films. Say what you want about the fan base of A24, but they put out some of the best movies, some of the best and biggest as far as indie filmmaking goes.
Yeah, it's a douchey cult of people that obsess over A24, but they do put out quality.
Yeah, A24 ranked.
Yeah, I need to buy my A24 sweatshirt and my A24 gear because I love it so much.
Yeah, well, I also bought a Criterion mug, so I'm a douchebag.
Yeah, you're
too.
A dickhead too.
But on the polar opposite of that, and part of our discussion today, Cats is headed for $100 million loss.
That's incredible, man.
I can't even. That's something else. I mean, on paper, one of the best and most popular Broadway plays ever. Oscar-winning director.
Right.
Big cast of pretty good actors.
Swift.
Ooh. Well, she's just hot.
I want to crack at that cat.
Crack at that pussycat.
Did you take a crack or what?
Or what? Yeah, it's unfortunate. You hate to see it. The big budget films that just don't work. Such a terrible thing.
Well, call me crazy, but I watched the trailers to that movie and I didn't think it looked horrible. I thought it looked very bizarre.
I don't think it looks horrible. It's deranged a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, this is kind of interesting. I'd probably watch this at some point, and I still probably will. I develop my own opinion, but man, that movie's just getting slammed.
Yeah, it seems like every year there's a movie that just gets completely obliterated and enters that list of worst of all time.
I wonder how they feel. Who's the guy that directed that?
Tom Hooper.
Okay, I wonder how he feels about that.
I do too, because he's made some esteemed stuff.
Right. He, regardless of the loss it took, he made a shit ton of money for directing that. But, as an artist, you sit there and, is he depressed about it, you think? I always wonder that.
That's a good question. And it's not even that critics and fans are ripping it apart, but there was something that said, Evan Rachel Wood saw it, and she said she hated it.
Yeah, and, James Corden, people have asked him about it. He goes, I haven't even watched the fucking movie.
Yeah. So that's a little discouraging, I would think, if you're the director.
People always say, money doesn't buy happiness. And I always think if I was in his situation, well, what do I give a fuck what anyone's saying? I'm getting this fat check, but I think it would still be impossible to not be affected by that,
I agree. Even when we put out a video on our channel, I get a little nervous just because.
Right.
So just think of a big budget movie that everybody in the world could see.
Oh, I would have to live like Boss of the Swamp in a cabin and just go off the grid,
Turn off social media.
Yeah, I don't want any of that shit.
And he strikes me as a guy that probably doesn't even have social media. So maybe it's easy for him.
What else did he do?
He did Les Miserables. He did The Danish Girl. Yeah, so he's done some good stuff.
Great Eddie Redmayne trans film.
He did King's Speech, I believe.
Oh, I've heard that's good. I've never seen it.
I like it a lot. The subject matter is not too entertaining, but the story is pretty engrossing.
Right.
So yeah, he's kind of an esteemed director. So for something like this, it's a little odd.
Not to jump around or anything. I know we usually have an itinerary and outline for this, but I just loaded on my social media. I see that the Criterion Collection has posted one of their, New Year's puzzle things.
Let's take a look.
But it's unlike past years.
Is it on their Facebook or something?
Yeah, it's just the Criterion Collection. Happy New Year. Literally posted just now from all of us at Criterion. Can you guess what's coming in 2020? Okay. Look at that and tell me if you have any idea what...
Boxcar. They're all boxes.
Yeah, it's weird because usually, if you guys aren't familiar with the Criterion Collection, every New Year's they post out this big drawing of like subtle hints of things that titles are going to be releasing. It's almost like a puzzle.
Yeah, and it just kind of adds the the speculation. It gives you something to sort of look forward to and try and figure out.
Yeah, that second one, it's the car, and there's a number 1 on the wheel.
Oh. Well, somebody said Shakespeare movie box set, so maybe it's a box set of something.
How about American Honey Criterion?
Andrea Arnold box set?
Ooh, I like to make money and get turned.
Yeah, that one's tough. I think I may have been able to figure out like 1 or 2 ever.
Yeah, there's usually some though that are like pretty obvious.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This is probably about a specific box set because, like you said, they put out a big mural of stuff.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt the show with that, but
somebody said Gettysburg, Emoji Movie, Fast and Furious box set, Yes Man, Bill and Ted box set.
Oh, there's the comedians,
the jokesters. I bet they have a letterbox.
Look at that guy's picture. It says enough. Johnny DeJesus. Yikes. He's never taken a crack at any crack.
Yeah, well, poor guy. I guess that's all he has in this world.
True that. Anyways, back to the regular scheduled programming.
Yes. Well, speaking of sad things.
Okay.
We had a lot of deaths this year, as tends to happen in the history of the universe.
Yes,
and sometimes we do a full episode dedicated to it, but not to sound. Yeah, we've done at least 1 or 2, I'd say.
Yeah, what was that year? It was like a couple years ago where like a lot of big
There
names
were some big ones. It's probably the year where Debbie and Carrie died at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big year.
Yeah, big loss.
Debbie is a big loss.
Big loss. If you only could see my Rodney Dangerfield Caddyshack face right now.
But, not a lot of, not to sound harsh, but not a lot of impactful deaths this year.
Yeah,
so.
Who's like the biggest one?
Well, why don't we go through a little bit of a list here and see who we lost. Cue the music.
Vulcan Skull Power Rangers. Classic Vulcan Skull theme.
I was thinking immigrant song. First up on the top of this list, Danny Aiello. I think we talked about him last podcast, but he's in a ton of the gangster stuff. He's done a lot of things.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
He's Michael K's uncle.
Who?
Yankees broadcaster Michael K. No, maybe
really?
He's not. Never mind. Maybe he's not.
Okay, shut up then.
No, he is. Yeah, he is.
Oh, that's
he's
cool.
His uncle. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I heard him on the Artie Lang podcast talking about going to his funeral.
Michael K was on that?
Yeah.
Why is he giving relevance to that?
Because it's good shit.
I'm trying to think of something for Artie Lang. I can't.
You got nothing. You could have made a nose joke though.
That's what I was thinking. Hey, run into another wall, Artie.
Stop.
Snort some more glass.
Hey.
Rest in peace, Juice WRLD.
Another one of these shitty fucking rappers.
The SoundCloud rapper that
did a bunch of drugs, and we're supposed to feel sorry for him.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on from that one.
Terrence Malick's going to probably do a documentary about him now.
Well, and everybody's going to suck it off. And Carol Spinney.
Big Bird.
Big Bird is one.
Why do I know that?
And Oscar the Grouch's growl. I don't know, but maybe because you care about things. You enjoy Sesame Street.
I did. It's been on for a long time.
Yeah. John Witherspoon, who was the father in Friday.
Never, I'm not my type of film.
Me neither. Didn't really like it myself.
I think it's like, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I'm too white for it, I guess.
I guess so. Well, I know some white people that like it. Talk about it like it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, people do talk about that movie like it's God's gift to comedy.
Damn!
Fucking that Bye Felicia shit is so goddamn annoying.
I hate that shit.
So then you got people that say it and you know damn well they've never seen the movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's always something like that. It's always a movie that has that kind of quote.
Why don't you people watch Bucky Larson if you want some real laughs? Crickets.
The great Eddie Money. Got 2 tickets to paradise.
Take me home tonight.
Ooh, great song. I haven't seen the movie.
Dude, you gotta watch that.
I know.
I mean, I'm sure your dumbass would give it 3 stars or something, but
Probably.
for 2.5.
Probably.
Dan Fogler, baby.
Are they singing the songs in it? Like, it's not the original music, it's them singing it? Like Tom Cruise is, or whoever's in it. No, that's Rock of Ages.
Topher Grace.
Is he singing it, or is...
No, I mean, they don't even... It's not like a musical.
Oh. It's
just
like a
an
hangout?
80s, yeah, it's an 80s party film. It's really
Okay.
captures the vibe and some baddies in there. What's her name? Teresa?
Anna Faris?
No, Teresa.
Teresa Palmer?
Yeah, isn't she in there? Am I tripping?
Is she? I've never seen it.
Do I know what I'm talking about? Yeah, she is in there.
Okay, cool.
Baddie, bro.
This one was kind of surprising. Not that I really watched anything this guy was in, but Cameron Boyce. He was like 20 years old and died of a seizure.
That's sad.
He's in Grown Ups. Yeah, it was kind of... That really sucked.
Complications due to epilepsy.
Yeah, passed away in his sleep due to seizure.
Now,
Like,
guys like that, I can feel sorry for because, he didn't deserve that. I mean, you don't deserve to die at 20 years old, but Juice World and these other fucking idiots that are and they're fucking, taking pills and shit. I got a bad bitch. It's like the worst.
Let's see. Rip Torn?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Jackass.
Was he in that? No, you're thinking of Rip Taylor. Speaking of dodgeball.
Oops. But he died too, so...
He did, so we'll probably get to him.
Yeah, Rip Torn. Patches O'Houlihan.
Yeah, he was in something else that I saw recently, like an older movie, where he actually acted. Can't remember. But, Beth Chapman, co-star of Dog the Bounty Hunter.
That was a little... something, I used to love that show.
I never watched it, but, nobody deserves to die of cancer.
No, I mean, she was... There's some good episodes of that show where she was ornery.
She was ornery.
Yeah. But, they're big smokers. I mean, it's sad.
Grumpy Cat.
Oh.
You didn't give in to the Grumpy Cat sensation.
I feel bad for those famous cats, man.
Oh yeah. Like,
I went to that cat con in Los Angeles, and
oh yeah.
These people, like, these poor cats. They fucking have to travel and...
Yeah, and it's like that with the kids, too.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. It's... They're very unique looking, and you can make a lot of money off it. But it's kind of sad.
Yeah. Let's see. Doris Day. That was probably one of the big ones as far as old-time actresses.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Never really saw anything she was in. Let's see. Peter Mayhew.
Oh, he didn't get to see the end of the Skywalker trilogy or whatever, or the saga.
May have been for the best.
Yeah.
Well, rest in peace, Chewie. John
Rip.
Singleton.
Oh, he's another Friday guy?
Well, he did probably more mature things, Boys in the Hood, and
Okay.
first black director to receive an Academy Award nomination.
That's good.
So he did some stuff. Let's see, going down the list. Oh, Nipsey Hussle.
He was shot, wasn't he?
Yeah, this is another one that was kind of fucked up. I had heard he was, really helpful in the community, and he was just one of those guys that got shot.
Yeah, I heard that too. He did a lot of like good shit, so
That's
sad. That's sad.
I don't know this guy. You might know him, Keith Flint.
Nope.
A dance electronic band, The Prodigy.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that guy. I remember hearing about that.
Okay. Luke Perry. That's
sad.
Yeah, he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
He was a young guy. What did he have? A stroke or something?
A massive stroke. Yeah.
God damn. That's 52 years old. That when I see that, then I start thinking about like my folks and.
Oh, it's depressing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, this one, Christophe St. John. Nobody would probably know this. My mom was she obsessed over Young and the Restless, so I know this person. I've seen him. He was only 52, and it just says found dead. It didn't say why.
What the fuck, man?
That really
sucks. Go back to Luke Perry. I guess, for your last film to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that's a pretty good legacy,
Yeah.
You're going out on top.
Yeah. And then lastly, Joe Andres, who's a filmmaker and choreographer married to actor Steve Buscemi.
His wife died?
Yeah. I didn't know that.
How do you spell her name?
J-O Andres, Andres.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Some of them you just don't hear about, and yeah, it sucks.
Now he's really going to be like his character in Ghost World.
Sad and...
I really like that movie, man. He's great in that film.
Yeah. A couple others are Rip Taylor, Sid Haig.
Yeah, Sid Haig, I'm not a big fan of those Rob Zombie flicks, but I know in the horror community he was very, very loved.
Yeah, big time. And that's really it.
Well, sir, this leads into our yearly prediction of who are the big deaths of 2020 going to be.
Well, is it going to be the same for you as it is every year?
Well, we did a live stream a couple nights ago, and I saw somebody mention John Carpenter as a candidate.
Oh, wow.
Which really bummed me out, but I could see it. The guy's like 70 and he smokes a shit ton.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick him, though. For the fourth year in a row, I'm going Chevy Chase.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's going to happen eventually, obviously, if you keep picking it. But
of course.
He's looking rougher and rougher all the time.
Who was like the one actor that you really dread, that you'll really be sad when they...
Dick Van Dyke.
Really?
Yeah. What?
Did you watch that? Do you like that show? Is that why?
I love the show. I grew up watching Mary Poppins and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's kind of my childhood.
Yeah, I think that's...
kind of gave me he kind of, I don't know, reminded me of my dad a little bit.
Right. And that's, like when Gene Wilder died, that was like a tough one for me.
Yeah.
That was like, like Gene Wilder and Robin Williams, those were like two really big ones, but
Robin was a big one. I mean, even I've talked about it a lot. Anton Yelchin. I watched him growing up as well. Some of the stuff when he was younger, and just the way he went out was awful.
I know. I'll make jokes about that, but that shit is fucked up, man.
Yeah.
And I remember where I was when I heard about Robin Williams committing suicide. I remember where I was when I heard about Anton Yelchin.
Yeah, I remember where I was for Robin. I remember for Anton. I remember for Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, I remember I was going up to bat in like a softball game back home. I was like, I was a team with Sean, and I was like on deck, or I was getting ready to go on deck, and this chick that I was involved with at the time, she texted me, he's like, "Oh, Robin Williams killed himself." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
My God.
And like, I'm sitting there, those softball guys, I'm sitting there trying to explain Robin Williams, and they're like, "Oh, well, whatever."
Yeah, they just
fucked me up, man.
Oh yeah, I remember exactly where I was. And
with like Gene Wilder, he's just an old guy. You can accept that, but like Robin Williams offing himself, that's tough.
Philip Seymour, who's maybe one of the great actors of modern acting, just couldn't stay off the needle.
I didn't even know he ever had an issue with that before he died.
Yeah, I don't think I did either, but yeah, he was heavy on that shit. I think he had gotten better, and then that was like his first time going back to it or something like that.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Easy to fall into those vices when you're making a shit ton of money,
Oh yeah, it's so readily available. Everybody else is doing it.
Right. You think of a guy like Philip Seymour Hoffman, he makes bank, it's like, "Oh, I'm bored, I want to try something. I want to fucking,
And as ideal of a life as it seems, and it is. You know, they're human. They all struggle the same, but they deal with a lot of shit. You know.
Oh, I know.
You got company heads and all these. You got this life that is just out there for everybody to see, and you get no privacy and no alone time.
Like I talked about earlier, if I was ever in that situation where I got famous for something, I think for my mental health, I would just not have a smartphone. I would not use the internet, you know?
I would be a Terrence Malick. I would not give interviews. I would stay away from the public eye.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, fuck, dude. I wouldn't want to see, if I had a movie coming out, I don't want to see what people think about me, you know?
Hell no.
I'm getting rid of my phone. I'm going back to a fucking Razor flip phone.
Would you be one of those guys that doesn't watch their own work?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't. I have, the fucking 3 shitty short films I've been in. Well, no offense, but yours is pretty good.
That's okay. Well, whenever I quit, you can say it.
No. I mean, like, Sunrise is the shitty one that I'm really referring to. I like the other two, but, like, I can't even watch those, you know?
Yeah.
And I know that not a whole lot of people have sat through them.
I can't watch Perception. Yeah, I have a tough time with that one.
Rabbit. Well, our next one's going to win an award, so.
Yeah, it's gonna win a Razzie.
Worst short film.
We need to go to like a coffee shop, bro. Get a cup of coffee, have a couple notebooks, and next Safties.
Hey, whoa, and then everybody on Letterboxd can suck our asses with A24 lists.
I honestly think.
God, we sound pretentious.
I honestly think of those 3 that we've done. Like, I think the one you did is pretty quality. You know. I mean, I don't like my acting in it, but like.
I don't like mine either.
Concept-wise and the way it's shot, I mean, I think it's pretty good.
I think if we had better actors,
right,
and I think we could pull off something pretty good.
I think if we were to do another one of those, I would just get on Craigslist or Facebook and find, some person that wants to be an actor that would probably do it for nothing, you know?
Yeah, pick up some people that are looking for experience just like we are and just do it. Rate us down below on our pretentiousness, 1 out of 10. What do you... Speaking of pretentious, that just kind of set up perfectly. But did you see the trailer for the new Christopher Nolan film?
Oh, I saw it. Where do you want me to begin?
Hey, I'm a fan of John David Washington, son of Denzel Washington. But I think people's minds would be blown if he made a simple 3-act structured linear film at this point.
Let's be honest, okay? If that trailer came out and it was Joe Schmo directing it,
nobody would give a poop.
This looks fucking stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Makes no sense.
Pretty much. I'll see it.
I bet you will, and you'll be slapping it the whole time.
That's not me, bud.
No, it's not.
But, he's grown the reputation that he has, and people love everything he does. And
what do you think is his best film?
I like The Prestige. I think that might be my favorite.
Okay.
I like the Dark Knight trilogy. Like it. I don't. I don't. But I don't know.
Do you think Interstellar is a great film?
I don't think it's great. I like it.
There are parts of that movie that I think are really good. I'll admit it. But
yeah.
I mean, that shot at the end when Matthew McConaughey walks in on his daughter and she's like an old woman, that's some powerful shit.
Yeah, the part where, you see the progression of them aging through those videos.
Right.
But I think that's the film that even fans of his can say they think is pretentious.
Yeah. I mean...
I like Memento.
Yeah, I think Insomnia is a good movie. I don't know. I know people don't, but...
I like it too. I don't really dislike any of his movies. I just don't love them.
I just like Inception. It's a cool idea, but it's so fucking confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is a confusing film.
That's when you need multiple viewings and maybe even look up what exactly is going on.
I don't know. He's just one of those guys, like, I don't get it, man.
The Dark Knight is essentially a glorified crime thriller.
It is
with Batman in it.
It is, yeah.
But
and I've expressed my my issues with that, but
yeah, I think it is one of the great performances, especially of recent memory. But
what, Heath?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not Christian.
Shut the fuck up.
But Yeah, what about the new movie?
Oh, yeah. Well, looks like another fucking confusing bullshit movie that makes no sense.
Yeah.
There's my review.
Well, speaking of nothing, speaking of people that I don't love, Will Ferrell's got a new movie coming out called Downhill.
This is weird. I watched this trailer.
Okay, well, the reason it probably feels unique is because it's a remake of a movie called Force Majeure, which is a...
Majora's Mask?
Shut up. It's a French film, I believe, from 2014, the Force Majeure, about a family that gets stuck by an avalanche during a ski vacation.
Yeah, but my question is, what is this? Is this a comedy or
It's
what?
like a dark comedy.
Okay.
A couple is forced to reevaluate their lives and how they feel about each other. So,
I mean,
I'd watch it. I still haven't seen the original, which has been on my, I think, Hulu list for a while.
yeah, I mean, Will Ferrell, I'm not really a fan, but has he ever done, like, something serious?
Everything Must Go, which was filmed out here.
Okay, but has he ever done, like, an Uncut Gems sort of thing?
No, I don't think so. I think the most serious thing he's done is what's that movie with Emma Thompson that he did? Hold on, let me look it up real quick.
Because I gotta admit, I'm not a fan of his comedy, but he's a guy that, much like with an Adam Sandler or something, if you gave him like a serious role in a good movie, I think he would do a good job.
I think so. Stranger Than Fiction, that's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, from 13 years ago.
Shit.
Yeah, I agree though. I think he could be a guy that could pull off the serious stuff, but I don't know if he's like afraid of, messing up the shtick and the reputation he's got. Maybe this is that film that'll kind of break him out of it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know. It looked kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think what the idea is that the avalanche starts, and instead of saving his family, he runs away. So that kind of
That's what I would do.
That's what I would do too. So it sort of breaks down their marriage and their ideas of each other, and seems like a character piece in a way.
What's her name's could still get it.
Julia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come to Daddy. That's a terrible name for
Yeah, what the fuck was this movie?
Terrible name for a movie. This was even more bizarre than I thought it would be.
You know what else was terrible about this? Elijah Wood's haircut.
Yeah, it's not great. It's definitely like smelly, smelly hipster haircut. I love Elijah Wood though. That's a guy that I would want to be friends with.
I'm a fan.
A man in his 30s travels to a remote cabin to reconnect with his estranged father, and seems like his dad is in what is his dad trying to kill him, or
well, I don't know what was going on. I mean, it didn't really give a whole lot away.
Yeah, it just seems like his dad is involved in some shady stuff.
Almost seems like a part comedy, part thriller.
Yeah, so it's kind of Elijah Wood's wheelhouse lately, away from the Lord of the Rings stuff.
He does a lot of like smaller shit.
Yeah, some smaller shit that's pretty solid.
You know what? The guy's been in some good films though. I mean, Lord of the Rings, the Ice Storm, great performance in that.
The Ice Storm, yeah.
Good Son.
Do you like Maniac?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Cooties.
I like Cooties.
So do I.
That movie that just seems like people forgot about from a couple years ago from Netflix. I don't feel at home in this world anymore.
Oh, I never saw that.
I like that one. That one's good. I guess it's a one-time watch because I haven't seen it since, but I enjoyed what I saw.
He's from Iowa.
Is he?
Yeah, Des Moines.
Woo! Wow, that's neat. Wonder if he's gonna go to the Yankees-White Sox game.
Oh, maybe. Doesn't look like a guy that would like baseball though.
No, that's true. And then lastly, A Quiet Place 2.
Okay, what do you think about this?
I really liked the first one when I saw it. I think I like it less now. I like the idea, but there's a lot...
I like the idea of it more than I actually like it.
but there's a lot of issues with it. I don't know. Where can you really take it from here?
I like the first film. I've only seen it one time.
Yeah.
I like the kind of like mysterious Cloverfield type of monster film, you know?
Yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
not like fucking Godzilla and shit.
Easy to have some really good tension throughout. Pretty good acting. I mean, John Krasinski's come a long way since The Office.
Right.
Emily Blunt is great.
Never a movie I thought would need a sequel. The trailer
Right.
seemed okay, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems
the
like
kid from Honey Boy's in it.
yeah, that opening scene of the trailer is like, when it almost seems like, you know, as the events were starting to unfold.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be one of those movies that could work. I mean, it's literally called Part 2, so it could work like a Halloween 1 and 2, like where
Right.
they're both, you could watch them both one after the other.
Right. I mean, you know, it looked okay.
Yeah. Reminds me of the clickers from The Last of Us.
I did get a Last of Us vibe from that trailer.
Yeah. So that's cool.
What the world really needs is a sequel, direct sequel to Cloverfield.
Yeah, so what would happen?
I don't know. I don't know. Good point. But, you know, that Cloverfield paradox is booty. The 10 Cloverfield Lane's good, though. I really like that movie.
Yeah, Cloverfield Paradox is forgotten booty, which is why
But
they...
Cloverfield's a masterpiece, though.
Huh.
You know, if you
Cloverfield's a masterpiece, but you don't like Godzilla.
I like the original Godzilla.
The 2014 Godzilla.
Oh, that was butt. You know, if you sync up Cloverfield Paradox and Cloverfield,
Yeah.
they sync up perfectly.
Cool. Does that make the movie good?
You know, you need to watch Cloverfield on your own and not on a live stream.
I have. I didn't like it then either. No, I probably would. I don't hate it. I think it's a fine, you know, monster flick. I just think that
You're too young for it.
What's that loser's name that doesn't do movies anymore?
Oh, the guy that's the cameraman.
Yeah, he's
What's his
fucking
name?
obnoxious.
What's his fucking name?
Something Miller, T.J. Miller.
Oh, T.J. Miller. Yeah.
Talk about a guy that disappeared. I didn't think that whole
He got in trouble, didn't he?
the fake bomb threat thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he fucked himself over.
Hey, he's good in Cloverfield. The good comedy relief.
You don't need comedy relief in that. What's comedy about a fucking monster killing everything?
Well, look, if you want to start analyzing it like that, then it's got problems. The guy fucking decides to go back through decimated New York to try and find his girlfriend that broke up with him. You know, I'd leave that bitch. Shit.
Well, yeah. It's not a film to be analyzed.
It's so good, though. Like, you know, you weren't around at the time. You were, like, fucking jerking your dick and probably 10 years old when that movie was dropping, but the viral...
2008?
The viral marketing was great.
Was it 2008?
Yeah, it's 2008.
I remember that year.
You'd have been, what, 14?
15, around.
Smelled like shit, probably.
Yeah, because I was outside not watching Cloverfield.
Smelled like shit.
I was playing Pony League Baseball.
But the viral marketing was so good, and there's just a mysterious aura to that film, you know?
Aura and odor.
So good, man. And Lizzie Kaplan. Oh.
I really like the beginning, the build up.
Yeah, what don't you like about it?
I don't know really. I'm kind of tired of the handheld, you know, the found footage genre, and I just can't stand T.J. Miller in that movie. Just shut up.
Okay, but that was 12 years ago, so there wasn't a whole lot of handheld movies at that point.
Right, but I didn't see it 12 years ago.
Well, you should have. That's the problem.
Well, I was smelly and
It's just the monster is awesome. I don't know. I love it. Love it.
I will say though that one of the things I really do like about Godzilla is how a lot of it feels like it's shot from the perspective of the humans.
Right.
There's a lot of that handheldy feel without feeling like it's found footage.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if I watched it again, I would appreciate it more.
To be fair, I'd give Godzilla another try. I've only saw it once.
It's not another movie that needs to be analyzed, but I think what makes it work is just like the filmmaking part of it.
Right.
Say what you want about the characters and the lack of them, but as like a monster movie, I think it's good.
A monster movie where you don't see the monster until the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't like the cutaways right at the beginning of a fight, but hey, I want to do a video where I analyze that movie and talk about why I like it.
Good. I'm sure all 10 people that watch it will...
Well, good thing that's not what I'm worried about. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this anymore.
True.
God damn, we got on a tangent. But I guess that's part of the podcast. That's something
we talk here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens.
Don't always stick to the script. We're improvisers. Comedic geniuses.
Like, whose line is it anyways?
Wow. That's a great show.
Oh, it is.
Well, I guess that about rounds it up for trailers. Let's check out some Blu-rays and theater stuff, because there is some stuff coming out. Some biggies.
Let's do it.
January 7th. Oh, Joker.
Oh, I thought you were going to say The Lighthouse.
Well, I will.
Oh, okay.
But, Joker. I guess you could probably call that the Virgin deal, because there's a bunch of different versions of it. Versions of it. A movie for incels.
1,000 different versions for 1,000 different virgins.
Smelly people watch that film, including myself. Man, I do... Can I let you borrow that so you can watch it?
I've already got access to it.
I want you to watch it. I'm genuinely curious what you think about it, because I feel like it's a movie that you could enjoy.
I'm gonna watch it and drop a 1-star rating on it.
Yeah, just because you're annoying.
That's my shtick.
But then you're gonna watch it. It's gonna be like Neon Demon, where you're like, oh my god, I love that movie, or like Phantom Thread.
You're right. I wanted to bash Phantom Thread. I wanted to bash Neon Demon, but it's a good movie, but I'm going to like it.
It says a lot about those movies, because it's hard to get your mindset away from bashing it.
Like going into Phantom Thread, I'm like, I don't want to watch this boring movie about a guy that makes dresses. That's all I knew about it.
Well, I'm glad you gave it a chance and enjoyed it.
I didn't know it was a film about, the Oedipus complex.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. You're so smart.
I'm smart.
But, yes, next up, The Lighthouse.
Ooh.
See,
got my Blu-ray pre-ordered.
I do too, but I'm a little hesitant because I feel like they'll put a 4K out just like they did with The Witch.
Yeah, and that's bullshit. Just drop it at the beginning.
Yeah, I think maybe they're testing the waters to see how it sells on Blu-ray, and then they're like, okay, enough people bought it. Let's put it out in 4K. But if that happens, I might just stick with the Blu-ray.
That's what I'm going to do, because I think the Blu-ray is going to look good, and I don't know. I'm having a hard time, man, seeing the differences in a lot of these titles,
I mean, if you put the 4K in and then you put the Blu-ray in right after, a lot of it is minor, but a lot
I
of
need
it
to
is
try that, because I've never done that.
Making it feel more lifelike.
Right.
Obviously, the clarity's better on them, but a lot of it is that HDR that really matters and makes the difference.
Yeah, I mean, there are 4Ks that I think are amazing, and I can see the difference, like The Revenant, stuff like that. But, even last night I was watching Phantom Thread. I thought, it looks really good, but, it looks like a Blu-ray to me.
That one is an interesting case because it does look a little grainy and stuff. I think that's just the way they shot it. But if you put that Blu-ray in, compared to it, it looks like shit.
I'm going to try that, because I've never actually done that to see the difference, but...
I thought the same thing. I was like, okay, Phantom Thread, the quality is not 100% great, but then I put the Blu-ray in, and I was like, okay, it makes a big difference.
You can see a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to buy the Lighthouse Blu-ray, but I'm with you. Like, if they re-release it, I'm not going to, the Blu-ray is going to be fine.
Yeah. A lot of stuff coming out as far as Shout Factory, Funimation, Kino, Shout, nothing that's really sticking out as relevant. A lot of anime stuff.
Oi.
But that's it as far as the big releases for that day. Brick, the Ryan Johnson film. I've heard this is one of his best films.
Well, that's saying nothing.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's not saying much either, I guess.
Yeah, Third Rock from the Sun was pretty good.
Angels in the Outfield's great.
Ugh. Sorry if you can hear the sirens in the back of me.
Oh no, they're taking him away.
It's the shitty slums of Phoenix for you.
Shut up, you fool.
Fuck.
Let's see. So what date will we be doing movies for? The 3rd?
Yeah, this will come out on the 3rd, so you can do it for the following week.
Okay, so the next week after the 3rd. Gosh, well, we are in January, so we're going to get a lot of shit. I think that 1917 comes out wide, though.
It does, yeah.
So that's exciting. Like a Boss, Tiffany Haddish, Byrne, Selma Hayek.
I've seen that fucking trailer 100 times. Every time I go to the movies, it plays.
I hate it.
So annoying.
Looks like
shit. The only good thing about that is Selma's tits.
That she punches somebody in the face with.
Oh, Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom, yeah. Inherit the Viper. Josh Hartnett making his comeback. Congratulations, buddy.
Holy shit, I forgot about that guy.
I know. Crime thriller about 3 siblings in Appalachia getting by as local opioid dealers, trying not to get caught in the spiral of violence that comes with the territory. Sounds like Ohio.
It's got 2.5 written all over it.
Probably. Speed of Life, an ode to the David Bowie song of the same name, and it follows a woman who has a chance to reflect on her life when a wormhole opens up David Bowie's death. Huh.
That's weird.
Sounds trippy. Ann Dowd, I think that's the lady from Hereditary. The creepy...
yeah, it is.
Yeah. Creepy cult lady.
Yeah, it is.
So that sounds interesting, to say the least. Well,
yeah, that's strange.
That's about it, really, as far as those go. All right. Well, I guess it's time we get to our main attraction, if that's what you want to call it.
If you can even call it that.
Well, as we said at the beginning, talk about our best films, which look out for our videos. But with that, the yin and the yang, you got to have the worst films as well.
Yep.
So, let me see.
And there's some clunkers.
There are. Let me see. I haven't seen any of them. Cool. Well, that just says a lot about my film taste. It's perfect.
Wow. Nobody knows more about film than you.
I know everything about film.
Uh-huh.
I wish that was a fake quote. So, this is IMDb's list, worst movies of 2019. 17 here. So we'll just run through them and give our opinions without seeing them. That's what we do best.
That sounds good to me.
Number 17, the new Stallone classic, Rambo: Last Blood.
You know, I haven't seen it. The only Rambo I like is First Blood.
6.3 stars, 26 on Metascore. First one's great. I enjoy the last one just for the gore.
Okay.
It's like a straight up pulpy mess.
Right.
Which is enjoyable, but the other two are, ugh. I mean, the acting in the last one's pretty awful as well, but it's at least fun in some parts.
Okay. I liked that first one because it's like he's the bad guy and it's like a drama, you know?
Yeah, there's layers to it. It's not just like a simple action movie.
Right.
Number 16, I hate this series. Men in Black International.
Oh, God, I hate all of them.
5.6 stars, 38 on Metascore.
Man.
I think it may be one of the worst, at the time, trilogies.
I don't even think, like, Men in Black is a good movie.
I don't at all. I don't either. I kind of hate him.
Yeah, so then that was, like, I don't know. Trying to bring a woman into it.
It's Chris Hemsworth and...
Yikes.
Thor Ragnarok reunion. Ooh, Rebecca Ferguson. Holy shit.
Ooh. Blow that steam into my mouth.
Let's see. Jexy. A comedy about what can happen when you love your phone more than anything else in your life.
Yeah, I've heard about that one being a piece of shit.
6.2 stars, 39 on Metascore. I have no idea what this is about. Oh, well, Adam Devine, he's miss or miss, so. I like Workaholics, but that's about it as far as that guy goes. Where'd you hear that one's a piece of shit?
I just have heard bad things. I've seen really bad reviews.
Oh, okay. Number 14, Ugly Dolls. That just sounds like shit.
What is that?
It's like an animation. It's like one of those lowbrow animated movies.
That does look like shit.
4.8 stars, 39 on Metascore.
Oh, you mean it's not good? It's voiced by Kelly Clarkson, Nick Jonas, and Pitbull.
Oh,
Emma Roberts? No.
I wonder if it's a musical because it's got all singers. Kelly Clarkson, Nick Jonas, Janelle Monáe, Blake Shelton. See, the thing about animation that's changed over time is back in the days of like Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, all those, the main attraction wasn't the voices, it was the story. But now they sell these movies with the names as if that's supposed to, like, it doesn't, they don't have to have any sort of talent at voice acting.
Right, it doesn't fucking matter who's voicing. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal, you know?
I'm sorry, I don't want to watch a movie where Wanda Sykes is screaming as an ugly doll.
Oh, Emma, can't believe you do that.
Story by Robert Rodriguez? What the hell?
Wow. Because I'm sticking to Little Italy.
Number 13, Countdown. 5.3 stars, 31 on Metascore.
Oh, is this that horror movie?
Yeah, when a nurse downloads an app that claims to predict the moment a person will die, it tells her she only has 3 days to live. With the clock ticking and a figure haunting her, she must find a way to save her life before time runs out.
Sounds
Would you want to
shitty.
know when you died?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No, I don't want to know that.
That sounds like a horrifying concept. I must watch.
Ugh.
That was a movie I saw trailers for, and that was about it. It kind of came and went. Speaking of that, number 12, Serenity with Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway. 5.3 stars, 37 Metascore. A fishing boat captain juggles facing his mysterious past and finding himself ensnared in a reality where nothing is what it seems. Wow, I've never heard of that before.
It's creative stuff.
Holy shit. Number 11, The Kitchen. 5.3 stars, 35 Metascore. The wives of New York gangsters in Hell's Kitchen in the 1970s continue to operate their husbands' rackets after they're locked up in prison. See, that sounds like they could have potential, but you've got Tiffany Haddish, Melissa McCarthy, Elizabeth Moss.
Oh, I like her.
You think she's oddly attractive?
Elizabeth Moss, we've talked about this. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do too.
I'd take her to Pound Town.
Ooh, Domhnall Gleeson. Love that guy.
Ooh, Ex Machina.
Ex Machina. Bill Weasley.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh, this sounds cool. 10. Unplanned. Sounds like me. 5.8 stars. 10 Metascore. 10 Metascore. Good God. All Abby Johnson ever wanted to do was help women. As one of the youngest Planned Parenthood... As one of the youngest Planned Parenthood clinic directors in the nation, she believed in a woman's right to choose until the day she saw something that changed everything. Yeah, that sounds like a movie that people won't really like. It's like a sore topic.
Oh, there's another Emma Roberts in this one too, but it's Emma L. Roberts.
Oh, it's not the same.
Not as good, not as hot.
It's not bad though.
Oh, she could get it.
Number 9, The Hustle. 5.4 stars, 35 Metascore. 2 con women, one low rent, one other high class, team up to take down the men who have wronged them. Anne Hathaway, Rebel Wilson.
Oh.
Sounds like a man-hating movie.
Anne Hathaway's so fire, though.
Really? I always thought you didn't like her.
I don't like her as an actor.
Oh, okay.
She's annoying, but she's hot.
What movie's annoying?
Interstellar.
Well, you just don't like that movie in general, so.
Interstellar.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries.
Yeah, you've got the same argument I thought you would have.
I don't. She's just something about her is aggravating, but she's hot. So.
Okay.
And the fact she's in Dark Knight's annoying, and
Dark Knight Rises.
Same shitty movie.
No, they're different.
Same difference.
No, they're different. 8. After. A young woman falls for a guy with a dark secret, and the two embark on a rocky relationship. 5.4 stars, 30 Metascore. It looks like Let's Dance or whatever those shitty dancing movies are.
Yeah, ew.
Let's Dance. I think that's the video game.
It is.
Hellboy. 5.2 stars, 31 Metascore.
I don't know who was really asking for a reboot. I think people wanted a sequel with Ron Perlman.
They did. So why would you do exactly what they didn't want?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even really care. I tried watching the first one time. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really into this.
I don't care for those, honestly.
No. Ooh, Mila Jovovich. Okay.
Oh. Sasha Lane.
Ugh.
That's more of a...
Ugh. Yuck.
That's right. She did get this movie because we were like, oh, yeah, she's hitting it big.
No, not really.
Then she's in a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, here we go. This is something that you probably check out. A Medea family funeral.
Oh, those are my favorite.
4.3 stars, 39 Metascore. Guess what it's about?
Medea going to a funeral.
A joyous family reunion becomes a hilarious nightmare as Medea and the crew travels to backwoods Georgia where they find themselves unexpectedly planning a funeral.
You can keep pumping those out, though, because, they're popular in the black community.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the truth,
No, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a very popular franchise.
Probably the only thing that keeps those films going.
Yeah.
Getting down to it, thank God. Number 5, Playing with Fire. 4.7 stars, 24 Metascore. A crew of rugged firefighters meet their match when attempting to rescue 3 rambunctious kids.
Ooh, the John Cena classic.
Oh. John Leguizamo.
I saw
the trailer for this, and I don't remember what movie it was before. It looked like a half-assed, straight-up piece of dog crap.
Yeah.
But there's a reason for that, I guess, and that's because it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Number 4. No. Anya. Playmobil, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like animated feature film inspired by the Playmobil brand toys.
So weird. It's like a counter to the Lego movie, except there was no promotion, and it made, no money.
That's so strange.
Honestly, I didn't see one commercial for it.
Daniel Radcliffe.
There's some big names in there.
Yeah.
Nobody
Adam
watched
Lambert.
it, though. Well, Daniel Radcliffe, Kenan Thompson.
Anya. Moving down the list. Number 3, Replicas. A scientist becomes obsessed with bringing back his family members who died in a traffic accident. See, that sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah, but it's not going to be executed, right?
We talked about before how Keanu is having a big comeback with a bunch of stuff, and this wasn't the one.
You can't win them all, but Alice Eve. Mm.
Oh my God, Alice Eve is who? I'd prefer Alice Steve myself, but
who's that?
The boy version.
She's so hot.
She is. Well, Replicas. Let's finish this shit up. I'm getting nauseous.
Yeah, these are making me sick.
Number 2, Arctic Dogs. An Arctic fox works in the mailroom of a package delivery service but wants to be doing deliveries. Wow, that sounds like somebody that I know.
Oh. I prefer Snow Dogs with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Ugh. I prefer the next film, Cats.
This is number 1?
Number 1, 2.7 stars, 32 Metascore. I feel like this film is also has the unlucky thing of being a movie that people just hate to hate because everybody else does.
I've literally seen people that talked crap about Boyhood saying they liked Cats.
Oh, yeah.
Let that soak in for a second.
Let that soak in. Yeah, well, those people you don't need in your life.
No.
Even if they're family. A tribe of cats called the Jellicles must... I've heard it's very sexual, too.
I don't like it.
I don't like it, but Taylor...
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Swift kicking the...
Yes.
Taylor swiftly pull off my pants.
Just that little bit of weight she's put on.
Tasty.
It's tasty.
Ooh. But that wraps it up. I always hate these lists. Not only because I've never seen them, but there's a reason I don't see them.
Well, it was a good episode. Then we got to that, and it turned to shit.
We got a lot done in this episode.
Oh, I don't need to ever talk about any of those films again, let me tell you that.
I don't even need to ever see them either.
Well, anything else to say, bud?
check out the channel. Got some list of good films coming out.
A lot of good stuff. Top 10 list coming on Slacker Media. Appreciate all the support we got from you guys in 2019. Hope the ball keeps rolling in 2020. It will. We're on a good roll right now. Let us know down below what you think are the worst films, or tweet us or whatever, depending on where you're listening. Email us. Call the Scum line. That's still operational. Do you know the number for that?
I do, and it is a great number. I have to say that always sticks in my mind. I love doing this.
It
is 213-444-3766. Call the Scum line. We'll feature you on the show.
Yeah.
And answer your questions, concerns, whatever you have.
And if you're a graphic designer who knows how to make a good podcast logo, you think you could help us out? We're interested in that.
And if you're a musician that can pump out some good intro music.
Yeah, or if you know somebody that could help us with a new song, because we're trying to, refresh the product a little bit.
Probably should have said that at the beginning when people are listening.
Yeah, we'll do it next week or next episode.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. And as always, go fuck yourselves.